Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good extended weekend. We had Easter on Friday. Yeah, Easter on Friday. Long weekend, we're back. Took some trades on SPY today and reviewed those. Just some daily options. I've got some family in town, so yeah, I wasn't on the computer most of the day, and that's kind of the purpose of and the point of all of this is that you don't have to be working 9 to 5 and spending all your time on the computer. Given I end up doing it anyways if I don't have other engagements, but yeah, today I was able to do other stuff in the morning, and then I got back to my computer somewhere. Let's see, it was somewhere around here, so I'd missed this move. Basically came in, started drawing channels, seeing where liquidity was, and seeing where I could take trades. This morning I wasn't here for this, of course. It looked very, very low volume barcoding almost. This is crazy through here, but nice clear liquidity. So I just drew some channels to see what different ways the bears were building liquidity on this sell-off. SPY is down pretty far, just getting the gap down even. But yeah, you've got a couple nice, pretty distinguishable channels here where you could have taken trades. I didn't get into it until, like I said, down here, and then I didn't have a whole lot drawn. It looked just pretty choppy and grindy, so got to be careful on those days for sure. Low volume can trap you. Always got to be careful calling reversals. So sometimes you can get bounce trades or mutual trades where both bulls and bears favorite, but they're tough and tricky. I don't always do well on those. So at any rate, I basically left it alone for a while. Was watching on my phone a little bit. Almost got caught up in here, and then I waited because I wanted to just fully make a nice big structure, nice big head and shoulder. So we had nice liquidity being built here. Lines are a little funky today because I wasn't really charting much, but considered taking it on the break here. If this break basically on this steeper purple channel, if this was up closer to a support or resistance, say like this one where it's cleared liquidity, I would probably been a little more aggressive on taking on the break of that CBIS channel, taking puts. Since it wasn't, and I thought it could definitely just grind and keep grinding up the VWAP or even kind of this cup close up here. Since it wasn't there and just kind of in the middle of the range here, I'm not quite as aggressive, and I'm more waiting for it to grab this liquidity and break this channel. So first trade for me was right there. Again, super small account here, basically trading the whole port, full port trades. And pretty much just doing one a day. I've been kind of using the last little remainder bit to do a second trade, but yeah, let's see. So I caught the first one. I got 3 puts. I'm looking for between 20 and 40 delta right now, but yeah, it's about 30 delta or so. It depends on kind of my price. If I have a target in mind, I might stretch it further or get closer. IV's been pretty high. Today's in the 40s, I think, so it's not terribly bad in the recent past. Normally, though, I mean, the VIX is still high, so normally we're in 20% or even teens. So I got 3 puts at 12.52. So I waited a long time to make sure these were more confirmed. I had this channel here, and then I put a steeper one on here, blue one. So yeah, this candle right there. When it crossed over there, so it already kind of grabbed this shoulder. I'd say all this is liquidity, so it was grabbing it there. I didn't want it. I mean, of course it would have been nice up here in hindsight, but again, you don't know. It could just keep grinding up there. So I was kind of waiting for a green candle, little pullback. I think I've got kind of a good entry in here, and then kept coming down. So kind of my fail safe, or my first take profit would be the bottom of this channel, which I think I had drawn that earlier in the day, and that'd become my first take profit, and then the next one would most likely be low of day. But again, since I had a company in town, I wasn't trying to spend a whole lot of time sitting on the computer, just get my trades, get in and out, not be trying to hold for big moves. So yeah, I got 3 right there, 12.52, then 12.55 I closed one. That was like 12% maybe. Yeah, it was like 108 to 120. I don't know what percentage that is. So not huge moves today. It would have been much more, of course, from up here, but happy with that. That was at 12.55 because I stuck to my plan of taking profits here once it hit there. And then, again, I didn't want to stare at my computer, so I think I took another one. Yeah, I took another one at 12:56. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna step away and just let this last one stop out, or if it doesn't retrace too far, I'll be able to catch some downward move more. So I set an alert at low a day and then just walk away. It did stop me out here because I just did a break-even stop, so which is fine. That's what I have in play. If I had more contracts, 4 or 5, and maybe just having one contract to stop out would be nice. Since I have 3, it's 33 1/3%, which is kind of a large percent to have as just kind of a lotto. But if I'm at the computer more and I have a little more confidence in what's going on, then maybe I could try and catch heads, and it works at times. But since I'm only doing one trade also, it's a little different. But yeah, if I had a, if I got in on break of this purple, or even this first channel, then this probably wouldn't have stopped me out, but it did, which is no problem. So yeah, took those two, and the count was probably, it was like 8% on the whole count. So 8% up on the portfolio is totally fine. Some days it's 100 or more on the whole portfolio. Some days it's, red. As long as we keep our red day small. Last week, I think my red day was like $8 or something. So very small. And then saw this on my phone after. I was like, oh, of course. Let it happen. Checked it a while later, and we were coming into power hour. I think I looked back at it. Trying to avoid midday, usually with low volume. Pretty trappy. Saw it coming in here. Looked like we were starting to taper at the bottom here. You could say this is kind of a cup close, but not quite. But you can see as this made a higher low, and then starting to build this kind of upward channel, which could just grind like this into close. Could be building more liquidity to come back down and grab it here and keep going down. Either way, so could have taken longs here. Could have waited till it grabbed this shoulder here, up here. Could have waited for this kind of cup to close here and then making this little handle. Lots of ways to trade it. You can trade it on puts, you can trade it on calls, a million ways to do it. Where I did it was, let's see. So I only had, again, this is like kind of the loose change, when you're checking out, they say you want to donate the last remaining change. This is basically what that trade is. So yeah, 307.55. That's when I picked up some calls. Well, one call, as close to the money as I could, but that was pretty far out of the money. It actually, market's not even closed yet. Wow. Okay, so it did end up doing it. I think it was like 513 was a strike on it, so quite a ways out of the money at that point at 510. So yeah, that would have. Oh, okay. Let's see, 307. Yeah, 307 got one call, which is right here. So it broke this green channel, which is from here and here, and you can see support. It confirmed this as a support and resistance. Broke it. It's kind of chopping around a little bit, but kind of turning it into support. You could have waited until it fully did, but I got it at 307 on that red candle. So held through this since it was that far out of the money. I mean, even on some of these candles, it was down 10%, maybe 12%. It's easy as long as your position sizing you can handle. But that is the problem with far out of the money, which I wouldn't do if I had more capital for this trade. So yeah, but I mean, that was kind of the price target for the long, was to 12 VWAP, not even up here. That's completing the next cup. Yeah, look at that. Wow. This is probably gonna be like a 300% trade if I stayed in it. Picked it up there, sold it at 321. So just caught this little leg up. Where are we at? Yeah, so I actually didn't sell it here, and I was almost like, I probably should have. So it was like 18%, which is a lot more even than the puts I had over here, just because later in the day, less time on it. So hit there and I didn't sell it. I was a little more greedy on it just because, again, it's one contract, it's a smaller position size. Maybe I should have just taken it there, but I was like, I'll stay here a little bit longer. I didn't have to walk away. So held through this liquidity being built. Put another duplicated green channel up here. Broke up above that. I'm like, all right, well now if you're going here and here, like now I've got another price target up here, which would also be kind of resistance, but kind of a cup. Well, because then that'd be soaking up all the sellers potentially. So anyways, that was my next target for profits would be top of this channel. If I had more contracts, I would sell some here. Maybe if I was trying to be aggressive, I'd buy more on a break of this, which would be probably something like this, or VWAP move. But again, I'm not in my computer really much today, but yes. So if I was trying to be more aggressive, maybe I'd scale in more there, but I would have definitely taken profits by here. So I sold that one right there for, let's see, 321 is where I sold it. Yeah, so yeah, I got a good exit on actually. I'm happy with that. And that one was, let's see, 24 cents to 28 cents. I don't even know what that percentage is. Is that like 10%? Something like that. So yeah, a couple basically 10% trades, more or less. Yeah, that is crazy. Because it was up here, it was 18%. I'll have to look at the chart on that. But that, I mean, that is the way it works when it's out of the money. Like just this little bit of time and you get just the right fill and it's on kind of a volatility spike. Yeah, that's interesting. So now, doesn't help to do this, but doing it just to show. Now the contract's at $1, so it would have been what, like 300 or yeah, 300%. Yeah, would have been 300% from here to here. So again, taking profits here, reloading if you want, or just holding some lottos for end of day for a VWAP trade, or you know, wherever, hold it till close. So that was it. Green day for me. Nice way to start the week. Started slow, get warmed up. There are the trades. So yeah, there's that last one I sold. Sold at 28 cents. Now it's at $1. So that's okay. Little by little, growing. Yep. That's what I got, guys. We're back tomorrow. Hopefully another green day. Keeping it simple. Waiting for the trades. Being patient. What's up, like up, comment down. How your money sticks around. See you guys soon. Peace out.